Welcome into the stream, everyone. Thank you so much for coming by. Soren, how are you doing today, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming in early today, right on time, here at the very first of the adventure. How are you doing? Welcome into the stream. Those that may be lurking in the shadows, please feel free to come in and talk to us. Love to get a chance to see old friends and new faces. How are you doing today, Soren? Thank you for coming in and joining us. Appreciate it. Hopefully you've had a good week, right? And a great weekend, or great upcoming weekend, right? Yeah, I hope you're doing well and everyone is having a great week. It is Friday. Happy TGIF to you all. Depending on where you are in the world, it might be possibly early early Saturday morning. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Doing well, feeling pretty happy. That's awesome, man. I'm glad for you. Doing well as you're ready to slide on into what is hopefully an awesome, amazing weekend for you. Awesome, my friend. Thanks for coming in. A little bit sweaty. I just got done working out for the day. Did a pretty intense workout. Got to get my exercise in, stay healthy, fit, so I can do and accomplish the things that I want to do in the remainder of my lifetime while I'm here. Woo! Why is the music not playing? I mean, I swear I turned it on, right? You guys hear music? Oh, that's why. Hold on a second. We're going to see if we can fix this. Oh, I know why. Hold on. There we go. Do you guys hear music now? Let me know if you hear music. Hopefully, you do. It is a beautiful day, so you hear music now. Good. Time for some refreshments, man. I got to rehydrate after that intense workout I just did this morning. Get some hydrate. My hand's shaking. Dude, I worked out so hard and it's good, man. Steady as she goes. Oh. Woo! It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Like I said, Soren, thank you for coming by. And like I said, if you're looking in the shadow, hey, if you're watching the stream after or later, thank you for checking out the show, right? I have no idea what I was going to do today. I didn't have any particular plan. I have been working on, over the last few days, working on it's going to be my biggest tutorial yet. It's going to go I've already recorded all of it. It's going all the way through setting up diffeomorphic in Daz Studio, the scripts in Daz Studio, the add-on in Blender, and then fully taking a character from Daz Studio, a Genesis 8 female character, moving her into Blender, applying clothes that weren't made for Daz Studio. They're actually made in Blender, applying that to the Daz Studio Genesis 8 character, and then fully rigging that character. Body, face, and everything. I am actually editing it. I was working on it today. I'm going to have it done this weekend. I got to get it done because I have got a new job, a new position. Actually been looking for work over the last few months, and wasn't looking for anything in particular, just some additional income to supplement the 3D work that I'm doing. And I opened up my resume. Of course, I have a significant background as a software engineer, software developer, and there's a recruiter that called me about a position that was like for a company like 12 minutes away from my house. So I'm like, sure, yeah, I'd be interested in it. At first, I thought it wasn't going to happen. They sent my information over. He says they're not, he goes, they haven't expressed interest. I'm like, okay, no problem. Just keep moving on. And then like the next week, he's like, oh, our account manager is going to reach out. They're going to talk to him. And then they said they were very interested in interviewing me. I had the interview, was it last Wednesday? Man, time has been flying by. No, it was the Wednesday before last. I had an interview and did the interview. He said it'd be between 30 and 45 minutes. It went the full hour, which is good, you know, because if the interview's cut short, it's likely they're like, okay, yeah, we're not interested, you know. It's kind of a nice way of saying we're not interested. And then I did the interview, asked lots of questions about the work I'd done in the past as a software engineer, how it relates to what they're doing, and like time management, stuff like that. And then after the interview, they're like, okay, I'll let you know. And I said, okay, thank you for taking the time to interview me. If you have any questions, let me know. And so then what happened is I thought what would happen is it'd be a little bit, if they were interested, I thought the interview went very well. They're interested, they would call me into an interview at the job where the location is. And the recruiter called me back in 2 or 3 hours, said, you did very well in the interview. Congratulations, you got the job. I'm like, oh shit. I didn't expect that. You know, I thought there'd be more of an interview, but he goes, they're going to be out of the office. And so getting everyone together, it'd be several weeks. They just wanted to go ahead and hire you because they were really happy with the way you presented yourself in their interview. So I start the job on Monday. It's a software engineer working on UAVs, support UAVs for the, they have contracts with the Department of Defense, different branches like Navy, Army, Marine Corps. And so there's a chance I get to go out in the field and go on ships and stuff like that too. So actually I think that's probably likely because he said there's about 20% travel. So I'm brushing up on my coding because I haven't done anything directly like that in a while, but I still remember the stuff. I got experience, you know. I'll get up to speed. So what I'm so excited about is because the end product is so freaking cool and so amazing. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna get involved with that, and yeah, it should be awesome. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. First day is going to be at 10 a.m. on Monday. Got to get a security clearance because it requires security clearance for this. It's a security clearance I had before when I was in the Navy a long time ago. But it's cool. Looking forward, excited to it. Woo! Give them a woo. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got it. That is very nice. You could also feel the interview one. Yeah, and you know, I just felt from like I could tell that I was answering the questions that I was saying the things they wanted to hear based upon the experience they needed for the job. You know, it's a smaller company. I've used to working for small companies, so there's a chance I kind of get involved in everything. I'm going to do a little bit of everything, right? And that's great because I like working on a lot of different things. The cool thing is the end product, what's actually produced, is one of the coolest things. It's like the coolest thing I've ever worked on. So it's not just, oh, the work is cool, I get to do cool software techniques and stuff, but I'm actually going to be creating something that is like real world. It's like, damn, that is so freaking cool, man. So yeah, I'm excited about it. So start this Monday. I'm still going to be doing my 3D work. Of course, I'll be having a full-time job. Still plan on doing this. Still plan by the end of the year, hopefully much sooner than the end of the year, you know, based upon additional tutorials that I have planned, because I know I've been really slacking on that, not really putting out tutorials. Still getting subscribers, still people interested in the channel and asking questions and stuff like that in the Discord. But I plan to put more tutorials out and be more active other than just live streams. And get those out there because I really want the channel to grow. I want it to be a cool place to hang out and ask questions and learn from one another. And also, I want it to be a place where, you know, I can put out my fun shows. People enjoy the adventures I create, like the MRU Chronicles and Navy stories and stuff like that. So I'm excited about it. And, you know, having the job, you know, is going to allow me the opportunity to afford to do some things that I wanted to, money I wanted to put into 3D animation, like buying a new GPU. Okay, I have a 2070 Super. It runs fine, but you know, there's 2 new generations out. I'd like to get a 4 series card, which would massively speed up my render times. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Excited. It's going to be fun, awesome. Been brushing up on some of my programming techniques, design patterns, that kind of thing. Thought about some things related to the job we were talking about in the interview, and yeah, so it's good. Yeah, it'd be very busy, but it's going to be good. You know. Making good money and doing awesome things, you know, onward and upward, so to speak, right? And I'm sorry for those, you know, if you're watching later, I meant to stream on Thursday. My wife had some surgery she had to do, so I had to be with her. I just, you know, I knew the surgery was coming up, and I'm like, okay, Thursday, not doing anything else. I have surgery that day. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I did know about it, but it didn't hit me that it was that day. And so I had to take the day off and take care of her. So she's doing good. So yeah, and I'm excited about it, Soren. It's gonna be good, you know. It's exciting opportunity, some chance to get some cool things. Like I said, a cooler end product. For me, it's not, it's not about, okay, I get to use this cool programming technology. I get to implement this. I get to work in C#. I get to do embedded development, that's all cool stuff. But what matters to me is the end product I'm working on. Does it drive me to want to learn the things I need to know to be an effective programmer to make that end product? And if it isn't, then, I'm like, why am I doing this? I have to be motivated by an end result, just like with 3D animation. If I wasn't trying to create my shows, if I was just learning for the sake of learning, I get bored of that. It's like, what is the end purpose of what I'm doing? Just learning it? Okay, I need a practical reason that drives me forward. So one of my, the viewers here, Animotions, he stops by sometimes. He goes, that's called objective-based learning. And so, yeah, I got to have something cool to build up towards. So, what'd your wife said? Oh, she was happy. She's very happy about it. She's been like, your 3D work is cool, but, maybe we need to, but we're doing fine financially, but maybe we need to supplement income or whatever, it puts a lot of pressure for one person to be, being the majority, I guess, breadwinner you call. I was making some money here and there, but it was more sporadic, it was like with streaming. Every once in a while money comes in, but it's not a steady kind of thing. And so, yeah, this is going to be a something that's stable and definitely boosts our overall income massively. And I get to do something cool, And here's a cool thing, right? The reason that they liked me and they actually ask about my 3D work in, like, related to the job, because they're doing some stuff where I might actually be doing things in Blender. And so I'm like, oh, cool. So I get to do one of my favorite things anyway, which is do 3D art animation work, possibly. So that's really cool too. I don't know how much of that will be involved in that, but man, that's so cool. If I get to do, bring my hobby into the work that I'm doing or my passion, that's cool. It's awesome. Woo! Beautiful. Oh my God, it's an amazing day in this neighborhood. Let me tell you. All right. So like I said, we're going to jump into 3D, trying to figure out what we're going to do here. I've been so busy during the week, I was like, oh, cool, I get to stream and hang out. And it's like, what am I going to do? So we'll figure it out on the fly here, right? All right. And like I said, I'm sorry to those that I did originally schedule for Thursday, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it. So I just pushed it off till today. So, and that may kind of, I know I had a friend reach out, goes, she said, what are you going to be doing on Thursday? And I was like, oh, yeah, I have to change that, and I hate doing that at the last minute because people expect you to be streaming or whatever at the time, and I wasn't, so, yeah. Let's jump in. Woo! Let's go. All right. See you there. All right, so yeah, let's open up some Blender and figure out what we're gonna do. Thought about editing my video, but it's like, nah, that's my tutorial. That's I'm gonna keep working on that. I want to have it done by this weekend because I think that I'm gonna have a ton of stuff that I need to. I'm also, just refreshing my knowledge of design patterns for coding, catching up to speed on that. So yeah. Woo! Lost Tales, how are you doing today? Bringing in the Ghost Man. How is it going, my friend? Lost Tales is in here. Good friend. I've gotten to know more recently, of course, Soren, longtime friend of my Twitch streaming adventures. My God, how are you guys doing today? Hello. All right, what are we gonna do? I don't know, man. I was gonna. Let's open up. Let's just to start. If anybody has any questions, we can get into that. So, let's bring up one of my simulations. Was doing some. I don't know if the Blender summer sale is still on. I was going to buy Flip Fluids, but I wanted to test to see if it works. You can get a practice version that puts a watermark on the thing, and then you can buy the full version. So I was testing the version I have, which is kind of like a trial. You can use it however long you want, but it puts a big watermark on your scene, like a 3D watermark. Let me get into the that and open that up. What I was doing. Let's see here. There we go. Let's come over here. Episode shorts 3. Scenes. Let's go to end scene. I think it's end scene 6. Yeah, I think that's it. Isn't it? Or is it? No. No. I think I got under scenes 1, projects. Oh, simulation. Here we go. Flip fluids. I think it's this one. I think it's this one right here. We'll open it up. Okay. All right. Doing pretty good. What about you? I'm doing very well, man. Very well. Only simulated it up to here, though, before it even touched the water. These simulations take a long time to do. So I don't think this is the best use of my time right now. I'm doing really well. Saw the stuff with all the blow up at that. That was crazy, man. Whole Starfield thing, man, was nuts. Yeah, so we're going to 185, 2000. Okay, let's see how far that gets in 2000 right there. We want it to like cut across the water here. I think that'll be good enough. 2000, 3000. Okay, so 3000 puts it right there. Probably need maybe 2500, you know? 2500. But thank you so much for coming by, my friend. How is everything with you? You said everything's good, right? That's great to hear, my friend. Great to hear. 2600. Yeah, started trending. I don't know if it still is, but the whole thing was nuts. It was hilarious. 2700. He takes it in stride, which is good, you know? Got to have thick skin when you put yourself out there in the public eye, you know? Okay, so that's good. So like that will probably, yeah. I think I have 500 frames, so if we go like, oh yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. All right. But I'm gonna have to bake this. Oh, we can resume the baking though. Nice. But this baking is going to take forever and a day. So I'm trying to think of what else I could do. Maybe set up one of my end scenes. Yeah, let's look at my starting end scenes for the credits for the characters. I don't want to do this because it's just going to take a long time to do. These simulations usually take quite a while, so I'll save that because we kind of modified that, and then let's just work on one of my scenes. Unless somebody has a questions or something like that on anything, right? I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today. I just made it to the stream. I just got done with my workout before I came in. Oh, Lost Tales. I want to tell you too. Yeah, you know you were cheering me for in the my community post here on YouTube. For the new job. I don't know if you know or not, but I got the job. It's awesome, man. I was so excited about it. So stoked. Starts on Monday at 10 a.m. So I'm super excited if you're still there. I don't know if you are, but don't know if you've been doing Battlefield with Jeremy, making him salty. Okay, yeah. Just what we're gonna do is just save this, and let's go to one of my scenes I want to show you here that I kind of did. One of my end scenes. I think it's the first end scene, actually. We're going to get a flip fluids here. Scene 1, project. I'm going to go to scene, end 1, projects. I think it's this one. Pretty cool end scene. Wanted to set that up there. Oh, okay, you were working out and watching Jeremy's stream or mine? Yeah. So what the camera's going to do is come around here. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Not bragging, but, you know, I'm bragging. Woo! No, appreciate it. I just wanted to let you know because you'd kind of cheered me on, and I really appreciate that. That makes my day when people like cheer me on. You know, it's always feels good, you know, kind of thing. So what he's doing is he's stepping up the ladder. He's going to grab the ladder here, turn towards the camera. This is my end credit for, you know, voice acting. I give myself credit. Oh, okay. Oh, you did your workout this morning too, huh? Yeah, got my workout done. We must have been working out around the same time. Let's see here. Yeah, let's. You want to see what it looks like in cycles? I did this to kind of figure out if the hand was intersecting with the when he grabs the. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. It's not quite like a F14 that I used to work on, but the guy did the ladder for me. The original, the artist, he sculpted the ladder for me. So yeah, I'm very excited. The job starts Monday. We'll just go over there and yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. I get to meet the team and yeah, start doing some bedded development, maybe some desktop development too. You know, it's good stuff. So let's look at this in cycles. My God! And if you're new to the channel, like I said, feel free to come in and say hello. Ocean in the background. Yeah, let's leave that. Let's see if we can kill the stream by jumping into cycles. What do you say, man? It's nice knowing you guys. Gonna burn out my GPU. Gives me an excuse to buy another one, right? Yeah, probably gonna, you know, since I got the new job, I'm probably gonna get a new GPU soon. 4 series. I don't know about the 4090. Oh yeah, I gotta fix that. That depth of field is not good. Also, I need to fix the materials on my fix the materials on the text, which we can do. Let's see, I still have that as text, so probably need to make that a mesh and then apply the different textures to the different faces. So I don't think when it's a text, I don't think you can add multiple materials when it's a text object, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong about that. I don't think you can apply multiple. You can, but I can't select faces though, right? If I go into edit mode, it just edits the text. Right? If I'm wrong about that, let me know. But like, okay. Yeah, okay, so I select the text. If you go into edit mode, you can't select faces or anything. You're editing and you can type in different text like that. But they do have, you have your assign where you can assign the textures to different faces, right? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, no. So why would you be able to select this if you can't actually select the faces and stuff? Oh, let's get it up. Tab out of edit mode. Yeah. So you can select multiple materials or assign multiple materials to slots, and you can assign different faces, but the problem is you can't select faces in a text object. Because when you go into edit, it just allows you to type in different text. And thank you for the kind words, Lost Tales. I appreciate that, my friend. I really do. And thank you for stopping by the stream today. Always awesome to see you here, you know? So what I do is I make a duplicate of this. So Shift-D, Enter, hide the original, because we may need to change the text or whatever. So I hide the original, okay? And then what I do is I go in to the text and I go, I think it's Control A. Oh, no. What is it? Why am I forgetting this? I think it's Shift A. Why am I? Is it Control A? No. I want to. I don't know why I'm forgetting this. Speaker, light probe, light, empty. Is it in edit mode? No. Object mode, right? Shift. Why am I forgetting this? What I'm trying to do is convert this to a mesh from a text object to a mesh object. And I don't remember how to do that. Oh, convert to, sorry. Right click, convert to, oh man, mesh. So that converts it from text to a mesh. Now, when we go into edit mode, we can start assigning materials to faces. Mesh. And we'll call this text if we need to text. Now what we can do is all of the faces have one single material, but we don't want that. So what I'll do is select the text, the mesh, go into edit mode, and wow, I need to clean this up. There's some wild shit right here, right? One of the things I do is clean this up, which takes a little time sometimes. Maybe there's a faster way to do this, but go like that. Oh, I got the values there, and the values are right here, I think. Bones, cursor, text info. Yeah, turn that off. I don't need that. So then I need to say merge, right? Why am I forgetting all this stuff? Dissolve faces. Or dissolve faces, which dissolves into one. I think that's it, right? Dissolve. Dissolve is fine. I just want one face there. And then apply the material to the face. Maybe a faster way to do this than what I'm doing, but all faces. It just creates a ton of unnecessary faces here. It's all faces. And then what I'm going to do is all faces. Now we just got one face there, right? Should have. Yep. File, save. And then what I'm going to do is add another material slot. And then we're going to select our material, which is should already have it in here, mesh front right there. And then select this face and say assign. So now if we say 11, there we go, save, save. So I'm going to look at this in cycle. So now that front face should be red. Get out of edit mode, object mode. This part should be red. So we're just going to set the faces to red, right? The front, the sides are black. The front is red. I'm going to have different colors depending on, beautiful, different colors depending on the rate of the person. So red aviation ordnance, red there. The chief that's in the episode, he's wearing green, so his text is going to be green. But default text is red. So yeah, so we're going to go back in here, go in there, get out of cycles. Beautiful! And I hope you're all having a good Friday too, you know what I'm saying? I hope you're looking forward to a fantastic weekend. I'm getting ready to release my full tutorial on rigging a DAZ Studio character in auto-rigpro in Blender. Let's go. That is probably my biggest, most ambitious, advanced, longest tutorial, probably. I'm just trying to edit it, make it good, put the bright chapter markers in there for you guys, so hopefully you find it beneficial. And does well for the channel, you know. I get to subscribers off of it. We're at 750. We reached 750 subscribers. We're at 751 now. Woo! Got to put a woo on that one, right? 250 more, and we will be able to monetize. Well, be able to apply for YouTube partnership, right? And we're gonna dissolve the faces so we have just one face. Sometimes it doesn't do the best here. It looks like there's still a face I don't have selected. Really hate how it deals with the faces when probably something going on here. Why didn't dissolve that face? My God. Let's reduce clipping. Problem tool view. Let's shrink our clipping down so we can get closer. Okay, and then we can zoom in more. Why is that face still there? Not a big deal if it's not. No. Okay. All right. See if that helps. Dissolve faces. Sometimes the faces, I just don't know. You know, Blender sets up faces in a weird way when you convert a text to a mesh. There we go. I got it. As long as I don't mess up those faces, which that doesn't matter. But so now what we'll do is assign this one large face now to this texture, that color right there. All right. I'll do that for all these. All right. So beautiful. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, though, I tell you. Mm-hmm. Yes. So we're gonna. Oh, it picked some of these. Let's get rid of those. Although I don't. Yeah. Yeah. And then say dissolve faces. Beautiful. And let's add, select that and say sign. Okay. Looking forward to a great weekend. Awesome. Me too, my friend. Me too. I'm going to do a little studying. I want to have the big tutorial, rigging tutorial done this weekend that I'm going to upload to the channel. And also I'm going to study for my job that I am starting on Monday. So I just got my own domain, so I'm going to be building a website soon. Nice, man. I had a website at one time for Commander Cody Live when I was on Twitch. I think it was a waste for me, you know, because it just didn't do anything for the channel. With what you're doing, it'll be absolutely fantastic, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. What are you going to be using, WordPress, or is this something you're going to be handling on your own, doing customized website? And have you? Are you gonna get a host like GoDaddy or something like that? I think I had mine hosted by GoDaddy. That's really cool, though, man. Congratulations! I think I let my domain expire. I probably need to buy a domain. They're not expensive. They're pretty cheap to get your own domain. Well, at least I think they are. Last time I had it. So, and a lot of those web companies offer like introductory prices, and then after the first year they jack up the cost. But that's cool, man. Congratulations on that. I'm looking forward to checking it out. The ones I did that in WordPress, you made my own shopping site. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I used WordPress for mine too. Had a nice, basically development interface for it. I did some custom CSS. This is CSS, right? So that was a little while ago, though. That was back when I had my, you remember Soren, MRU Studio, no, Commander Cody Live on Twitch, which is still there. Just don't really do much with it. So yeah, let's go into cycles, make sure I didn't completely screw this up. This isn't too bad. Just wish there was a way to, like, before you take and convert a text into a text object into a mesh object like this, there's a way to handle it so that it didn't create just silly amounts of faces. Yeah, that looks good. And I wish there was a way. There seems like there should be a way to do this with text, but there just isn't. It looks sexy. Okay, so we'll do that. And yeah, just come through here. If you have any questions about anything, anybody watching, you know, I'm always, especially when I'm on a live stream like this, I'm always happy to answer questions. So I know people have come in to ask me about rigging and stuff like that, and I've been able to help out, which is cool. It's a really good feeling helping out other people to get the skills they need to make their independent shows and movies, because I think that's the wave of the future. It's not Disney, Paramount, or any of those companies. It's independent artists that I think make the coolest. To me, they make the coolest stuff. Okay, I watch Dust and I watch independent creators. I'm like, that's the way, man. I don't really care about anything the big studios make anymore. I support independent creators working hard on prayers and dreams. They don't have a lot of money. They have prayers, dreams, determination, and they make just amazing stuff. Better, a lot of times better than the big studios do that have tons of money. You know, expect it from the big studios, but then, you know, the creativity, you know, these independent artists pull this crazy stuff out of their ass. It's like, dude, how did you do that? You don't have the money, you find a way, dude. It's amazing stuff. I got a question.
I may have an answer.
I got a question. When doing animation, do you use key shapes to fix mesh clipping? Are you talking about, or how does that work? Are you talking about, let me get out of here, hold on. Shape keys? Is that what you're talking about, shape keys? I think you may be talking about shape keys, which are really good for putting emotions on face and stuff like that. Like you can get a smile. What's cool is with Daz Studio, you can bring in the morphs for like facial expressions and what they call them visims, I think they are. And you can bring those in from Daz Studio, apply them to the character, access them in diffeomorphic, and then convert them to shape keys. And it's really cool. Fix mesh clipping? I'm not sure what, I guess I'm not sure what you mean by mesh clipping. Usually I use shape keys. If I bring those in for facial expressions, they work really well with that. See what you mean by mesh clipping. I'm just not familiar with the term, probably because I don't know. Mesh on mesh clipping. Oh, it's where one mesh collides and goes into the other, right? So you don't want the meshes to like intersect. I think what you might want to do with that is set up some drivers that work on your rig. So when you move certain bones and then they move the mesh, you can add a driver that would prevent that part of the mesh from basically intersecting or clipping with the other. That's a huge problem for a lot of people, Lost Tales, including myself. You know, I've been dealing with it with this character. You know, some of the things like he moves around and like certain things will clip into other things. I've been kind of working with this characters quite a bit that I use for the show to fix the mesh clipping by adjusting weight painting and things like that. But yeah, you're right. It can become a huge issue. You know, you see that a lot in games where parts of clothing will clip into something else. I've noticed it a lot in games, and it drives me crazy because, you know, if you're into 3D or 3D art and you play games are going to drive you crazy because you're going to see every little thing about it. Whereas like if you're a casual gamer, it wouldn't bother you too much, or you wouldn't think about it, right? I went back and I played a little bit of Mass Effect. Was it Andromeda? I couldn't get into that game that much. I don't know why. It wasn't terrible. It's just I just didn't get into it. And I saw lots of mesh clipping, and I'm like, I'm mesh clipping, and I didn't even think about it before I started doing. So why is the, oh, we're in shape keys, yeah. So I think basically creating a driver you could do where you could like have the mesh, like, I don't know if you could change the weight mapping dynamically. There's a way to I think there's probably a way to do it with drivers for bones, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. There's an auto weight painting tool available, but I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, and that's what, like if you're using auto-rigpro, well, let me show you. Like if you're an auto-rigpro, when you do your skinning, you've got multiple ways to skin. I usually use heat map, voxelized. Voxelized heat diffuse skinning was an add-on I purchased. I haven't hardly used it. But the heat maps basically uses Blender. I think it's Blender's built-in heat mapping system to automatically weight map, which it does a good job. Not always great. Some things get mapped that don't, but that's just part of the rigging process. It gives you a basis to start on to do tweaking to get the mapping the way you want. So, yeah, yeah, everybody has that problem, Lost Tales. Yeah, I don't feel bad about it. I'm not that you do, but it's an issue, right? You got to teach me Unreal Engine, man. I'm hearing so many good things about Unreal Engine. I got my friend J vs Lewis, the WP guru. I think he's working on a game. He's working on something with a studio, and I asked him to get me hired too. I need to talk to him about that. Just kidding. I harassed him about that. He knows I'm harassing him. But yeah, so it's it's an issue all the time. And like with clipping, like if you want a character to run on ground or something like that, or you can actually set a floor so one mesh when it comes in contact, it doesn't go below it, which I did I haven't done here, but I did them on the first episode of the Navy Stories with the flight line. Okay, so we had it was there. Okay. Now I lost my place. Where am I? I'm in edit mode. So what was I doing? Oh, materials. Yes, materials. There we go. Now assign that to the red. Yeah. Fortunately, these aren't bad. Yeah, UE5 just does it all in real time with good performance. Man, I really need to look at that. I've had people ask me, well, how do you get this into Unreal Engine? I said, that's a good question, because I have not used the DAZ to Blender bridge in a long, well, there's a DAZ to Unreal bridge, okay? Fortunately, there's an amazing person who made a tool that's used to be better than the DAZ to Blender bridge. I think it still is. Although they've improved the DAZ to Blender bridge, called the DAZ to Unreal Engine, which I don't have any experience with, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I just don't have any experience with Unreal Engine. You got me there. You know, you got me there. I've just been working with Blender, so because I haven't needed to do any game stuff, but you don't need to do game stuff. It's great for that, but you can make movies and shows with it too. There's a lot of cool Star Wars fan shows, which are better than Star Wars right now. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, teach me your ways, the Lost Tales. Oh my God. So yeah. All right, and then faces, take that one. Oh, nope. Sign and sign that. So yeah, we should do. Yeah, pretty excited. New job and everything like that. And so that should help fund the work that I'm doing. Plus, there was someone I was talking to who goes, oh, you use, actually, this was in the interview. He goes, you use, what do you use for your 3D work? I was like, Blender. He goes, oh, yeah, I know Blender. It's open source. I said, yeah. He goes, do you do any SolidWorks? Which is, I've seen people do SolidWorks for modeling stuff. It's more of kind of an engineering tool for like designing printed circuit boards, but I mean, you can use it for 3D stuff too. There might even be a bridge or something for SolidWorks to Blender. I don't know. But I'm like, yeah, I don't have a ton of familiarity with SolidWorks. But they're like, yeah, and he goes, oh, and I was telling them about my shows, you know, I didn't give them a link to my YouTube channel. I'll harass them about that on my first day. So I'll be giving out like business cards. But I was telling him that I do shows on YouTube. I got animated shows, and he's like, oh, he goes, he does music. And I said, well, hey, maybe we can get together and do some music for the show, because, you know, you always worry about DCMA, these companies, these lethargic legacy, like Lost Tales, I call, like Disney, Paramount, those places, I call them centralized legacy entertainment. They've been around, they're lethargic beasts that are slow to adapt to anything. They were needed at one time. We're making shows and movies, were very expensive. They don't need to be as expensive as these studios are. They're spending way too much money on this stuff. They're not, they don't have people in place that tell them, look, you've got a budget, work with businessmen. Like Ripa says, businessmen. You've got to have businessmen in charge, not just creatives. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? Ranting? Whoa, what is going on? Jeremy is in here. My God. How are you doing, brother? We need to get together and talk, man. I need to pick your brain on all your advanced knowledge, programming knowledge. I've been wanting to talk to you, kind of refresh, kind of bounce ideas off of you and talk about things before I start my job. But yeah, excited, brother. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for coming in. Always exciting to see new faces and old friends, right? Oh, wait a minute. We need to dissolve this. Yeah, there you go. Big time, man. Why was I going off on Disney and Paramount? There was a concept idea behind. Oh, centralized legacy entertainment. Okay. I guess I was saying, I think the wave of the future is independent artists that can do things a lot cheaper than the lethargic studios. I call them lethargic because they are. They're slow to adapt and bloated. And the thing is, all these tools are available now, and they aren't expensive. I mean, Blender's free, right? You can do VFX in Blender. Yeah, you can do it in Maya, but Maya costs thousands of dollars a year. What independent person has that? Oh, maybe, yeah, it's nothing wrong with Maya. It's great software, but it's expensive, right? And you can do VFX directly in Blender. And they'd be amazed at people that can do stuff, you know? I watch independent stuff. I don't even watch movie studio stuff anymore for the most part. Still some I like, man. I like me some Tom Cruise, right? Yeah, we need to, but good is, I'm well. Life has been, yeah, man. Yeah, I can understand that. So yeah, NBA 2K, okay, awesome, man. Hopefully that went well. I know there's probably headaches and things with that too, right? But yeah, Lost Tales is bragging about UE5 in here, making me feel jealous. Let's see here. Let's do that. Get that. There's always these faces, man. It makes. What are you doing? Got to get it right the angle, right? Real time. Yeah, UE5 is real time. Speaking of that, I'm very excited. Did I send you the link to the position I'm going to be getting, man? Oh, it's so cool, man. I'm looking forward to. I don't know if it's my age, or I'm just not. I don't worry about anything like that anymore. But I've never been so excited for a software development job in my entire life. Like legitimately, I haven't. Real time. You mean like independent artists can do stuff in more real time, I guess? I'm sorry. You're going to have to talk slower, Lost Tales. I'm old, okay? ask you if you're in here, okay? And Jeremy told me to tell you again. He sent me a message and he said, stop camping at the spawn points and using all of the hacks, every single hack in the game. Okay. All right. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just relaying. Top tier creation tool chains like Maya really need to change their licensing model to capture more indie content creators. 100%. Imagine royalty price rather than fixed price per seat model. Not just that, but these lethargic music studios, they're part of legacy entertainment too. The old DMCA Digital Rights Millennium Act, which is 20 years old, if they were smart, they would figure out a way to work with these streaming companies to get little royalties. Yes, you can use the music, you know, but if we decide you're doing something we don't like, we'll take away that right. But here's the licensing model for that. If you're making some money off of this, we're going to take this percentage of whatever you make. The streamer's going to collect that, and they're going to forward it to us. I mean, you got bots that can handle that. You got bots that detect anything, right? So you get to use the music unless they find something that is, they just don't want to support you on. And yeah, maybe you have to submit something and get approval on it. I don't know. But you think they would work out a way instead of being lethargic and living in the past. This is the old way of doing things, right? You gotta accept change in life, man. I may be old, but I'm always willing to accept change. I accept now that any frickin' thing in my life is gonna happen. 10 years from now, my world could be completely different than it is now. And you know what? That's okay. As long as I'm in a position to take advantage of being able to take advantage of putting myself into a position where I'm still doing well. That's all that matters. Not change is fine. Really boned us on that one. The Digital Rights Act, yeah. Well, they can change that, you know. I mean, there's nothing that says they can change that shit all the time, right? So, dissolve faces. So yeah, so seems like it's going to be right up your alley. I am excited by it, man. The chances of me, and I'll tell you this because look, I'm going to get a security clearance, but there's nothing secret about me having that clearance. It's the same clearance I had back when I was in the Navy as an aviation ordnanceman, because you're building up like bombs and missiles and stuff, and they're like, yeah, if we're going to teach you how to do this, you're going to need a clearance, because not everybody knows how to build up an AIM-9 Sidewinder or a 500-pound bomb or 2,000-pound bomb, a Phoenix missile. So yeah, I like to dissolve the faces to simplify the faces on this and then just assign the material, you know? So let's see here, assign that. And we'll assign that. But yeah, so just so you know, nothing I'm telling you is secret. This is all on their website. I can even link the website here. All of this is open knowledge. The company designs support UAVs, not like the Predator or anything like that. But they design support UAVs and they work with the Department of Defense. That is on their website too. I don't know anything that I shouldn't be telling you. Yet. But yeah, so they do defensive drones. Some of the drones, what they'll do is they'll have a tether on them and they'll float for days, hours above the ocean on a ship. And then what they do is they extend to the range of the communication, because I think about when the curvature of the Earth, you got about 8 miles before the Earth's surface curves, and you don't necessarily have ship-to-ship communication. The drone goes up, flies at 500 feet, stable, automatic correction. It just sets up there, moves with the ship. It's tethered, so it doesn't need batteries to come back down. And then it will provide extend communication like 30 miles. Then they have ones for land, like Hummers and stuff like that. And then they have ones that will take, like, it can carry like up to 500 pounds. So they can carry, like, put in supplies and for front lines. Also, they have one where basically you could lay in it and it's capable of carrying a person. So it could go to the front lines, carry, like put a wounded soldier in it, and then automatically fly back to the forward operating base. Tell me that's not freaking amazing. I've never worked on anything that amazing. Most of the stuff that I worked on was power distribution analysis and vibration analysis. The power distribution analysis basically was what utility companies used that was something that utility companies use to measure power distribution, meters, like the meter on the side of your house, for make sure that power was being distributed correctly. It saves the company money, and it doesn't overcharge the customer. Vibration analysis was working for a company that did vibration analysis for basically automation plants like motors. There's a certain vibration and that you can detect in the harmonics, whether a motor's going out, and you can like predictively determine 6 months from now this motor's going to go out. So if you're going to plan for your maintenance every year, the motor's okay, but you're going to have to fix it soon. So they can schedule shutdown times to fix things. It's cool. To me, not amazing, but cool enough for me to continue to work there till I was laid off. And then they shut down engineering. But this, dude, we're making support drones. You may get to go out on a Navy ship. Have you been on a Navy ship? Yeah, 30 years ago. Okay, cool. So you may get to go again. You may get to go on field support with Marines and the Army. A badass. I'll get up and run with them in the morning. How's that sound? That's how hardcore I am. And yeah, it's really cool. So super. And I'm telling you everything's on their website, you know? I'm not telling you anything that isn't classified or anything like that. They don't tell me that stuff until I get there. So, but yeah, I'm super stoked about it, because it's not just I get to do cool engineering stuff. I get to work on something where the end product is really cool, right? And I'm at the age now, Jeremy, and maybe you were always like this, but to me, before I just kind of like, I wanted an engineering job. More as like, hey, look, I'm an engineer. I get to I'm an engineer, like a bragging right. You know, it's, oh, you're a software engineer. That's pretty amazing, man. That's kind of like you could talk cocktail parties. Wow, look at you do cool stuff. But it was more just a job, you know? And it's okay. But now I was told by Animotions that comes in here, I'm an objective-based learner. There has to be a reason for me to use this stuff. Not just, oh, this is cool to learn. I can't stay with that for long periods of time. I would never be able to stay with animation work if I wasn't working on my shows. I want an end product that like people can look at and laugh and enjoy, fun stories. That's the end result of it. If I wasn't doing that, I would have been bored out of my mind with Blender and 3D, and I would have moved on. So the end result of what I'm doing is really cool. And it's going to give, if I do well, it's going to give me the opportunity to go for like a Navy vessel or out in the field testing stuff with the military. And it's like, wow, that's really cool. You know, and I told you I was trying to get back. I was going to like pursuing getting back into the Navy, like aviation ordnance. I decided I didn't really want to do that. I want to be able to do cool stuff without the government having that much control over me. Because I'm old, man. I'm opinionated. I'm set in my ways. But this is cool because I get to go out in the field and do cool stuff, you know? But hey, I'm not technically in the military, right? So I just work with them, which is cool, you know? Get to hang out with them, which is cool. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. I was so excited for you when you got your new position too, man. Because you get to go do cool stuff like work extra long hours. Especially right now, right? So yeah, I'm excited about it. And you know, they're obviously growing because they're hiring more engineers and stuff like that. So this is a really cool thing. The title was never really the thing for me. That's good. That good. That's very, very good. I mostly wanted to create. First, it was hand/drawn art and animation. Then it was computer games. I was called into software testing, then development. Yes, okay. So you were always like, I want to do some cool stuff. For me, it was like, especially when I started, I never really knew what I wanted to do until probably 10 years ago. Even when I was an engineer, it's like, look, I'm just doing this for the money, you know? I'm just doing this for the money. Don't even care. Just pay me, you know? And the problem with that is I don't think you can stick with something for an extremely long period of time and be happy if it's just for the money. You might be okay. You know, you might be okay. Not miserable, but not happy. You know? Some people work their whole lives like that. They're not miserable. They like what they do. They're okay with it. And I talked to a lot of engineers that were like that. And I had to sit in a serious conversation with other software engineers. Do you like your job? Are you happy with what you're doing? And most of it's okay. It pays money, you know? And that's sad for people to live their lives like that. It's a sad state. I think that, you know, longevity, life, and everything like that, you have to do something that is that makes you happy long run. It's not easy to get to the point where you're doing something that makes you happy, especially if you're miserable with what you're doing. But, you know, life, unfortunately, isn't easy. And sometimes you got to work your ass off to get to that point. And that's hard. That's hard. Easier said than done was what I hear a lot of people say. Yeah, but there's no guarantee in life that anything's going to be easy. So, and I didn't realize I've been not unhappy sitting at home doing this stuff, but I don't know. I feel like I'm moving forward, kind of staying still kind of thing. And it was bothering me a lot over the last few years. Really bothering me. But I don't know, this opportunity has spurred me massively, and I'm super, super happy. So we're going to do that and say, not miserable, not depressed. I wouldn't say depressed. Just not terribly happy. So, although I like 3D art and animation, you know, I put these shows out and it's like, it's sort of depressing that, you know, it's like they don't do well. Nobody knows me. It's understandable. Those that do watch the show enjoy it. I am thrilled and happy for the people who do enjoy my stuff. But I want a lot of people to know about what I do. I want them to be impacted by what I do. I want to put a smile on their face. So that's why I want to become big and known. Because I can impact more lives that way. And what's cool is they were totally, I was telling Jeremy earlier, they were like interested in my 3D work because there's a potential for me to do some of that there. And I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Of course, man. They do use a little blender there. Now they're more into modeling, which I'm a lot more into rigging and animation. But hey, I know enough to be able to sculpt if I needed to and figure it out. I'll learn what I need to do. Give me an objective, and it's an objective that matters to me, and I will be motivated to reach that objective by learning anything I need to learn to get to that objective. If it's just learning for learning's sake, that's really hard on me. That'll weigh on me. I don't like it. But give me a purpose behind what I'm doing, and I'll get to the end destination. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, okay? Just sit back, relax, watch me do my thing. All right? That's all you got to do. Don't stress. Okay, I think that part is done. Oh my God. Hard work usually yields positive results, especially if you are honest with yourself and others around you are forthcoming. Yes, that's so important. That's a key right there, Jeremy, to be honest with yourself. Don't lie. Like in the interview, you were asking about the interview. We can talk about the interview here if you want to. You were asking about that. You know, if you want to ask what technical things they ask, it's fine too. you know, they didn't reveal anything to me that I'm not supposed to know yet. But yeah, so it's it's interesting. Woo! Circus Digi, Sister Digi is in here. How are you doing? Talk to me about the new job. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. Have you got your orientation yet? Have you done your orientation? Yeah, we don't need that one. Get that one off there. Just that. I don't want to dissolve that. Ooh, did we? Yeah, don't pick that. Let's do this. Make sure we don't pick the wrong face. I don't know why you want to pick that one. And you also picked that one, didn't you? So no, no sir. Okay, there, and that looks good, good. And we'll say dissolve faces into one. Then we'll select that, and we'll say assign the red front, right? Yes, hello Circus Digi, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming by, man. You've reminded me of an adage a friend of mine used to say a lot. Nothing is wasted. You mean like when you're learning? Is that what you're talking about? And I know when I'm learning, even for learning's sake, nothing's wasted, but there has to be a reason behind it. What is this for? Why am I doing this? If you can't give me a reason, then I'm like, okay, just don't waste my time. I've got other things I can do. You know? Give me a sense of purpose, and I will give you the world. And that's just human nature, human emotions, feelings, our instincts. We have to be as herd animals, you know? I don't mean that in a negative way, but we are. We're social beings, social creatures. And so we need a sense of purpose, drive. And what gives us the most drive is altruistic purposes. So there we go. Now we're going to go there. Yeah. Oh, assign this. Assign. Yeah, assign. So we could do this, actually. That, and say assign. So it's just not going too slow, too bad. Yeah, looks good. Okay. See what we got here. Make sure the faces are red. Just like to know if there's a way to do this while it's still text rather than a mesh object like this. It looks like there is over here, but I don't see a way to actually select faces on that. So see what he's going to do is he's going to come over here. He's going to go like either put two fingers up or just wave like that. And then I've got to like change, everything's moving at one time like it's like mechanical. Like maybe have his waist move at a different speed, you know, head turn, that kind of thing. But he's in the position where I want him. So that's good. This is an end scene. Basically, I give credits to all the voice actors and actresses who were in the show. Some of them won't have it, but I will still give them credit. Like our friend Kaz, she's in the episode. Our friend Jers Brisk. Oh my God, he's in this episode. Hello. Remember, Jeremy? You're in this too. It's together we're gonna find a way. Woo! You and I together. You remember some Silver Spoons? Let's see here. Yes, Circus Digi. Hey, it's meant to be a difficult truth. It's all-encompassing and meant to cause us to reflect that everything in life accrues to our benefit over a long arc of time, whether it's painful or pleasurable. Yes. I think the benefit part is when you are pushing through adversity. Not only does it get you to the place you want to go, but it makes you incredibly mentally strong. It's like, you know, when you get jacked, when you're big, you know, muscular and you've worked out, you can get mentally jacked too. And when you work through that adversity, you push through, it's like, I don't want to get up today. I want to stay in bed, eat ice cream, and just sit here. And then you get up anyway. That's powerful. That makes you a superhero. That shit makes you a superhero. And then you get through your problem, even though you're terrified, you're scared, you're stressed, but you still push forward, and then you get through that thing. That gives you an unbelievable sense of power. Unbelievable. And then you're ready to take on the next thing. Oh, that wasn't so bad. I can take this on here. This thing that would make me feel like I was falling apart before. Yeah, that's no big deal. I can face that. That's yeah. That's yeah. Don't even worry about that. That's nothing. There we go. So there we go. Yeah. The Melted Jedi! Woo! How are you doing? Raptor Cross is in here. Sister Cross dropping on in to say hello. How are you today, Sister Cross? That's really a cool font. Oh, yes, this is a font that I got from DeFont. Hey, you know about this one, Lost LA? Let's take a minute to talk to the community, shall we? Okay, we're gonna do it anyway. DeFont. You ever been here? Basically what I do is like, oh, that's a cool one, creamer soda. So you can download these. Now, some people make the mistake of believing that all these fonts are royalty free and you can use them however you want to. Not all of them are, because usually when you download them, you'll get sometimes you'll get a README file and it will tell you that, okay, this font, use it however you want to. I'm going to give you a GCC general license, do whatever you want with it. And this file represents that license. Other ones say, yeah, you're going to have to pay me for that. So you have to be careful with these. It will tell you usually if it has that. There's free font also, free font. So what I do is now these I think are free. So I agree, yeah, sure. Put all the hacking worms and bugs and viruses on my system here. So I think these are 100% free, I believe, right? So this one, chicken eggs. Woo! I could eat me some chicken eggs right now. I'm hungry. Some bacon too, damn it. So no orange juice. I don't want the carbs. But yeah, so download it. And then once you install it on your system, you can go down here to, once you have your text here, I'm going to select the text. And then you can go in here and I think it's object here. Why am I forgetting all this shit, man? There's a way to set the text. This is called bullet. I forgot what this is called. Man, why don't I remember anything today? I'm good, chilling at work before I start. And then she comes in here and hangs out with us. How can you not love the people who spend time with you? Raptor Crosses and all of you are giving me Defons. Is that another one? Let me check out that one. And Melted Jedi, I'm so sorry I didn't respond to you until later in the chat. Did you want to talk? Later? Defons. Yeah, you guys coming in here, that just puts a smile on my face. You're giving me the greatest gift you possibly can, and that gift is time, because there's not something you'll ever get back. But you still come in here and do it. I don't see Defons. Are you thinking about Defont? Supercorn! Woo! Yeah, there's a way to go in here and do it. I don't remember. Shit. How do you go in there and pick the font, though? There's a way to go in there and pick the font. What the hell am I doing wrong here? Is it edit mode? No. We are in edit mode. Color, face, attributes, no. Dude, how come I don't remember this stuff? Days. Okay, me and my boyfriend are moving out on the 16th. Oh, that's very soon. That's next week, isn't it? Or next Saturday, right? We have a place, but renting a room from some... nice! You're going to get a place of your own, at least a room of your own. That's fantastic. Woo! Let me give you a woo for that one. Congratulations, Raptor Cross. I know you're happy. Filmed live with a studio audience. Happy days. Man, that's old school there. That's old school there. I've not watched that in a long time. Shit. What the hell, man? How do I choose a font? Yeah, A. That's why you put the A in there. For Happy Days, Fonzie. Oh, DeFon, that's why. Okay, now I'm with you, Melted Jedi. DeFons. Okay, I'm with you. We're on the same page now, okay? You went way back on me, okay? I wasn't prepared for that, all right? I was not prepared to go back from the time of my birth, okay? That's a little way back machine, not just back, way back. You have to download the font you want? Yeah, no, I'm talking about like, oh, here it is right here. Sorry, jeez. Okay, so it's under text. Go down here to font. And so you just select the font here, okay? You select the font. You can make it bold, italic, whatever. Select the font, and then when you type, it's going to type in that font. And then what I did was I basically made it 3D by adding the... I think it may be under here. Setting the font, and then, yeah, basically extruding it a little bit. So it made it 3D. It doesn't have a back, though. I could have easily set, because like right here, there's a setting allows you to turn, like you fill mode, you can just have none, which is just going to be the outline. Oh, yeah, we're not, okay, never mind. We're looking at the mesh, okay? Let's look at the actual text here. Okay. Let's turn that off. Yeah, so that will just be the outline there. Oh, let me shut this off too. There we go. Right, yeah, okay, so you have just none, which is just going to be the outline. And then you have the front, which is the front, back, which is just the back, which just had the back of the text, but not the front. And then both is going to make it like basically a solid kind of 3D object, like that. I used to do this and bring it into DAZ Studio. You can bring it into DAZ Studio and apply NVIDIA textures to it. And I've got a tutorial on that, but I don't really do that anymore. I just use Blender now. So I leave it on front and then have no back. But let's turn off the text, and we're going to turn on the mesh. Okay. Hey, what's going on? Speaking of Kaz, we were just talking about your ears must be burning. Right? Filmed the last, yeah, it's been a while. Happy Days has been a while. I read that as me and my boyfriend are making out on the 16th. Well, they may be. That could be true. She didn't say that, but it could be. Get in the new place and they make out. So kill two birds with one stone, Raptor Cross. and Melted Jedi. Woo! Beautiful. You have to download the font you want, and yeah, so they got that. Kevin's gone Gandalf on us. I have no memory of this place. Yeah, I'm like, geez, man. I do it that often, but so we're gonna turn this on and leave that, and then I convert it to a mesh so I can basically apply different materials to different surfaces. Yes, he gets it now. What's going on, Alto Eager? We were just talking about ears burning. You and Jairus Briss there are both going to be in Navy Stories, episode 3, right? I reposted the other day. I was eating polygons, and I spilled some on my shirt, and my wife said to me, "You're a mesh." Woo! There we go. Oh my God, that sounds like something. What's his name? Indiff. He's a programmer that would come by my Twitch stream all the time, and he would always come by with the puns. He had one every time he came by, a new one. I loved it. All right, got to go get ready for work. See you later, Cody Raptorcross. Please take care. I'm excited for you, and I hope you have an amazing day at work and everything goes well, right? Beautiful. Working. Woo! Oh, a win-win. Gonna go working, right? Working that ass off. And hats off to Kaz, who helped me update my resume, and it looks amazing and professional. And I believe that was part of what enticed, or I believe that largely was what enticed the company after they sent my resume to the recruiter. I gave him a really good resume that Alto Eager helped me fix up. Actually did a lot of the work. I touched it up here and there. And then, yeah, that resume definitely got their attention, right? So I appreciate you helping me get the job, Cass. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. You're a mesh, yeah. Been checking out Starfield, pretty cool so far. Yes, I've heard mixed things about it. But that's good. I'm glad you like it, man. I'm glad you like it. That's what matters, is that you like it and you have fun with it. Are you streaming it? I haven't bought it. I don't buy games anymore because I have a backlog of like 1,000 games that people have either donated to me. Back when I was an EA game changer, I was given some games, and I have EA Squadrons, the Star Wars Squadrons. I've got Elite Dangerous that someone bought me. I've got my amazing friend Celestial Skies, who bought me Assassin's Creed 2. I just have so many games and not enough space to do it because I'm doing 3D. So, not that I hate games or anything like that. Starfield would probably be one. I love those kind of open world games like that. So, it would likely be one I would be interested in, but I don't know if I have time. I got to do me some learnings. I want to talk to Jeremy about some design patterns. I think I need to get up to brush on those. They were talking about something in the interview that I thought, you know, they're using C++. I could hit me up some design patterns on what they're talking about that could help out. I need to get that Bible book that the group of 4 made back in the 1990s. That's the basis of design patterns, like 23 design patterns. Starfield is okay in my personal opinion. Think I'm gonna pick up No Man's Sky on PC. Heard good things about that too, right? I've done one stream, probably will some more today. Now that officially released, I watched some pre-streams of that. That officially released on Tuesday, right? Yeah, no, Wednesday, didn't it? Just a few days ago. Hopefully it's getting you some good viewership there too, Melted Jedi. And please go check out Melted Jedi and the Lost Tales. You had all your stuff missing at one point, Lost Tales. You put the stuff back up, didn't you? On your channel? I need to get a bot in here that'll shout out all my amazing friends like Lost Tales, Jairus, well, maybe Jairus Brisk. I don't know yet. Melted Jedi. Just kidding, Jeremy. Maybe, maybe not. Shout out Kaz too, although I don't know if you do anything on... Got engineering friends in here. Kaz, Jairus Brisk, you know? It's funny how many engineers I met through streaming. It's like, oh, you like 3D? Yeah, I'm an engineer too. Oh, I am too. That's cool. Awesome, man. That's good shit. All right, so we're going to come over here, back up, and we're in materials, and we're going to assign that material, assign that material, that material, that material. Oh, what did I, that one, assign. And we're going to assign that material too. So, the Melted Jedi, are you in the Discord? He is in my Discord, yes. Need to get in there in Jeremy's Discord and hang out. I've been promising that, Lost Tales. I just need to do it. And Alto, you know, Jeremy, Alto is, she helped me out with the resume. She helped me update my resume, made a beautiful freaking resume too. I was just so impressed with it. I'm like, damn, I would not have thought to do this. Very efficient. Everything's on the page. There's sections. It's like, dude, it's just laid out so well. Done extremely well. I was impressed when I saw it. Very impressed. It's definitely a significant upgrade from what I had. I kind of consolidated everything down. My Twitch stuff, I just said all MRU Studios, you know? So it's all kind of the same thing, sort of, so. Oh, there. Yeah. So yeah, the big tutorial I'm working on, I am editing it now. I'm gonna edit it really good for you so you guys can jump to wherever you need to go. There's only certain sections and certain parts. I'd rather people look at the video and I get 2 minutes of view time out of the video rather than none of it because they have to search through the whole video. You know, it's about efficiency for the viewing audience. So we're going to say dissolve faces. Got a little issue here. See if that's over there. Faces, that helped a little bit. Let's see. Faces, there we go. Select there, dissolve faces. There we go, that fixes, yeah. Faces right there. Faces, there we go. Yes, shout out to my friend that gave me the format for the resume. My boss loves it too. I have no doubt that that helped significantly because they had to present the resume to the company, and that was what the company saw, and it's like, yeah, let's talk to this guy. So I think it got me the interview. You know, that's my belief. But yeah, but you know, shout out to you for Kaz for working on it and putting the information in there and getting it to look nice. You know, I appreciate that. I did a little bit of editing here and there that was specific to what based upon what I know in my head I did kind of thing. So I'd pick up head first design patterns. Let's look at that. So you're saying instead of the old book, pick up that one. So let me look at that, right? Head first design patterns, they do a great job of explaining all of them without getting mired in esotericism. I think esotericism is also egoism too. It's like they want to. Sometimes I'm not saying that engineers do this and people that write. Sometimes when people write books, it's like they're writing in a way that they want to impress themselves or their colleagues, and not so much about learning. You know, not that book's like that. If you want some help with UE5, I can send you some tutorials. Yes, Lost Tales. I need Lost Tales help on UE5 too, right? Be prepared to hear the units received about 1 million times. They'd watch the whole thing if they really loved you. Oh, that's true. That's true. And I think a lot of my friends do. So, but I'm saying a stranger who's looking at a video and there's no chapter mark is like, I'm not watching this shit, and they just leave. You know. But where the chapter markers, oh yeah, well, I'm not watching this whole shit. But look, the creator was nice enough to put a note in here, a chapter marker, so I can get where I need to. At least they're watching that 5 minutes instead of just jumping out in 30 seconds, right? So, but you're right. You're right. You all should. The @ system on YouTube is so broke. Yeah, it doesn't work for me either. It's better on Twitch. Don't waste electrons on me. Mon ami. Don't work. The ads don't work well or at all. Yeah. I actually had it since launch. The PS4 on PC. The mods are looking super fun, and Starfield only runs well on SSDs apparently. Interesting. And I don't have the funds for a new drive. Did you hear what the Bethesda? What is his head? What is his name? The head of Bethesda's like. They were like. There's gamers complaining. Why didn't you optimize this for PC? And he's like, well, you just need a new PC. Instead of like, we're the developers, we're responsible for making a good game and optimizing it for the gamers because you're fucking paying us. That irritates me, by the way. You just need a new PC. It's like, why are you so poor? That kind of thing, you know? You just need to buy a brand new PC with top-of-the-line hardware, the best Intel or AMD that money could buy. You need to buy the highest-end graphics card, and everything's fine. You can stream it at 60 or 70 frames per second at 1080p. No one needs anything more than 1080p, so why are you complaining? Reminds me of, what is it, Diablo or something being on, what is it? Phone only, mobile only, and all the gamers are like, boo. And like, what's the matter, guys? Don't you have phones? What is it with companies lashing out at audiences these days? In the past, it used to be like, make the product your audience wants, make them happy, give them what they desire. Do things that positively impact the lives. The more lives you positively impact, the more money you're going to make, the richer you're going to be. So you were saying the first design patterns. Here we go. All right. It's on Amazon. Do they have an electronic version of it? 4.6. $12.99, man. That is a steal, let me tell you. Is that the group of four? The famous group of four? I don't think so. Okay. Well, I'll check it out, man. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, leave it in there because it's for that job. Cool. Thank you, Jeremy. The Melted Jet, I actually had it since launch. Okay, you're talking about, yeah. So send me a new resume. I just want to see how the pros do it these days. Okay, I'll send it to you. Yeah, no problem. Oh no, sorry to hear that. The Lost Tales SSD in the U.S. are getting pretty cheap right now. So maybe, yeah, SSDs aren't too bad. Cats are meow, kitty! Oh my God, record it. I want to hear it. People ask me for a resume, and I say, read my LinkedIn or take a hike. My LinkedIn breaks everything down, and that's how the guy contacted me, was on LinkedIn. But I kind of like simplified and took Commander Cody Live on Twitch and MRU Studios and kind of blended them together because this kind of like all creative stuff. I just didn't want to have multiple sections of that. There was only so much tweaking I could do for your... yeah, definitely, Kaz, I understand. Since my software engineering started and ended with BASIC, you were on the VIC-20, right? That's where I did my first BASIC, on the VIC-20, pre-Commodore 64, with BASIC on TRS-80. So yeah, that's old school tool. Not as old school as VIC-20, I don't think. Maybe. DB Gaming! Woo! It's optimized for consoles that are older than the next generation PC parts that are releasing. That was just an excuse because Bethesda is so out of touch. I don't understand it. Why are these people in positions of power that think it's a good idea to not either they need to lash out or their underlings need to lash out and they're not held accountable for it? I remember when back, dude, 90s and stuff like that, you say some shit against the company, boom, you're out. Fuck up out of here. Plays it beautifully, but my PC is a hoss. That's true. That's true. He has all the monies. When I'm talking about SSD purchases, I mean the 4 to... Oh. Yeah. I got an 8 terabyte, but it's a hard disk drive. It's external. And I don't care that it's slower, because it's an external kind of storage device, you know? What is going on, DB Gaming? How are you doing? Fixing some coffee machines. A man after my own heart right there, I'll tell you that. I won't lie. By the way, I need some coffee. Put some heavy whipping cream up in that noise. Love me some heavy whipping cream in coffee. Give me all the fats. I'll take half and half. If, most places don't offer heavy whipping cream. I don't know, maybe because it's more expensive. I don't know. Or maybe because their shit is weak. It's probably the case. Much love to you, brother man. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I'd love to talk to you. Do you have some time this weekend? If not, hey, I totally understand. You've got the launch going. Probably if the launch isn't going, you probably need some R&R with the fam, you know, I get that too. Just don't forget about me, you know? Goes for all of you out there. Don't forget about my ass when you become famous, or I will come back to haunt you. Okay, so trust me, I will. 2 times price over half and half. Oh, is it? Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I don't care. I'm sure companies care. So yeah, that's probably why the most they offer is, and half isn't bad. Half and half isn't bad. But, you know, you give me a choice. I'm going to put some heavy whipping cream in that noise. I like berries and cream. I like to take berries, like strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, and put them in heavy whipping cream. That's like a dessert for me. Yes, sir and ma'am out there. If you guys are new to the channel, come in here and say hello. What are you waiting for? Don't hide in the shadows. The shadows. We don't need that. Man, I don't know how Markham handles everything he's got going on. You know, Kaz? I got a hell of a lot of respect for that man. You know, I'm talking about Markham 3D, one of my favorite dudes. He got me auto-rigpro because he said, yeah, you're struggling. Here, buy this. I'm like, dude, don't do that. No, I'm going to do it. And you're going to like it. And I did. So, yeah. And I've also been in contact with the creator of auto-rigpro. Very cool dude. Shot the breeze with him. He's awesome, man. Seriously, okay. Yeah, I've heard that before, Jeremy. Okay, I've heard that before. Just kidding, brother. You know I'm giving you a hard time, right? I'm giving you a hard time. Kaz loves me more than you do. Right. Like the stream guys, right? Discord. Okay, 2 times price. After work was lovely. Okay, yeah, take care, Jeremy. I appreciate that. Sorry, I was kind of caught up this. Let's see here. A heavy whipping cream for the win. Yes, that's what goes in coffee. I'll take half and half if I'm out somewhere, but heavy whipping cream belongs in coffee. Much love to you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Jeremy. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Go do your job, all that coffee, man. I'm out. My wife bought me this mug. It's from Korean characters. Yeah, DB Gaming in here. I don't want to miss anybody's. Okay, I saw that. Tips had enjoy the reader. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to check that out. It's not expensive. So heavy twin service calls. Driving through it. Pop in. Man, thank you so much, DB Gaming. You guys have so much to do, but you still come in here and say hello. You got to love people for the time they spend with you. Forget about the money. You know, yeah, money's great, but man, if they just come in and spend time, that should mean the world to anyone. So I can't stand streamers and things like that. Thank you. Well, you need to stop being poor and give me money. I mean, I want to stop being poor, but you know, I don't demand money. I got a new job, so that's going to take care of all that. It's going to take care of all that. So I'm going to take this one and say dissolve faces. There we go. But yeah, just the gift of time, man. There ain't nothing like it, because that is the most precious resource that anyone has. And I mean that. Anyone has. If you can't respect that, you don't deserve an audience. And you don't deserve anyone in your life supporting you. Seriously. I mean that. Dissolve faces. This should be right here, right? So yeah, dissolve faces. Yeah, there you go. So make it a great one. Okay, I have to work. It was lovely spending time with you, Chattel. Thank you, Jeremy. I love you, brother, and I look forward to talking to you when we get a chance. 2 times price over half and half. Yes, but I don't care. I'm buying that shit anyway. I've got 5 cartons in my refrigerator. I drink it religiously. It's good shit. Actually, it helps me sort of maintain my fast because you can drink some heavy whipping cream without necessarily breaking the fast. I probably drink too much, but still I lose weight because I know my body and what I need to do and stuff like that. MD3, what is MD3? A type of drive? Help stream out. Last note about Starfield. I played it on my Stream Deck and my iPhone last night. I used Xbox Cloud Gaming to stream it through Edge on the Stream Deck and Safari OS. Were you streaming? I didn't know you were streaming on Twitch. That experience is far from perfect, but it made me giddy to be able to say, lay in bed. Oh, okay, bum around the couch. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, portable and continue my, yes, okay, nice. I should set up Starfield so I can play it in Moonlight on my TV. Yes. A new job covers me using ad blocker. Hides. What are you talking about? Are you serious? Well, I'm not monetized anyway, so I forgive you. For now. Okay. When I get monetized, I might get salty, but now we're good. We're still friends right now. Heavy whipping, heavy cream doesn't touch fasting. No, yes. It has very little sugar in it. Very little sugar. Oh, Markham 3D. Yes. Dude, I love that guy. I wish I could have a one-on-one conversation with him sometime and say, where do you find the energy for everything you do? The dude has a family. He's going to school. I thought he's getting his bachelor's degree. No. My man's is getting a master's in applied cybernetics. All right? Plus, I think he works a full-time job, right? Doesn't he work a full-time job, or is he working for the college? I don't know. Plus, he puts out regular 3D animation content and is working on a web series like I am. I love Markham, man. And he's funny. You know, I like, you know me, I like a sense of humor. Yeah, so, dude, Markham's my hero. I hope he gets up to 100,000 subscribers this year. Gets his silver play button. Well, we'll see. To buy the premium upgrade. Okay. Last point. I also got. Okay. Yes. To buy the premium upgrade for Starfield. Okay. Not working while I use it, but only a few more weeks of uni. Okay. Yeah. I think if you drink too much heavy whipping cream, though, it could, because the sugar would add up. And it could potentially do that, but yeah. Generally, no. And it depends on how tolerant your body is to sugar and how it reacts. Everyone's different, too, so yeah. But I use it, and I drink copious amounts of it in my coffee in the morning because it helps satiate my hunger. Nothing satiates hunger like saturated fat. Nothing. Carbs only make it worse. Carbs, you know, you get that sugar crash, dude, and you're like ravenous. Yeah, carbs are the worst thing for hunger. Yeah, so I drink copious amounts of my coffee, and then I can go for extended periods of time without needing to eat. And I love that. But yeah, I love me some heavy whipping cream. Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no damn doubt in my mind. I always think of Uncle Rico from... I was going to say Uncle Rico from Heavy Whipping Cream. They need to make a movie. I need to make a movie or an animated show called Heavy Whipping Cream. So from Napoleon Dynamite, he goes, I had to go back in time. He's talking to Kip about the time machine. And he says, he goes, if I could go back in time, I know I'd take state. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt in my mind. So we're gonna do that. That. Yeah, I just love to have Markham on in the background whenever I'm doing stuff. So he's not going to university. He's not. Okay. That would be a task. But it's already a task because he's getting a master's degree, but he's still finding time to put out regular content. Respect. I didn't know he had a bachelor's. I have an associate's. And sometimes that affects my ability to apply for jobs, which is stupid. Because I've done everything that someone with a bachelor's does. I just don't have the piece of paper. Some of the smartest people I've ever met, some of the coolest developers and like sharpest developers I've ever met, one of the sharpest developers I've ever met didn't even have a degree at all. But I also know a sharp developer who had a master's. So what I like about smaller companies is they care more about your ability to do the job and prove that you can do the job than they do about, okay, do you have that piece of paper? So that's why I've mostly been working for smaller companies. The thing about smaller companies, too, is that you get your hands on a lot of different things. So you get to work on a lot of different cool stuff. Whereas, and I've worked for a larger company because they made an accident and hired me and did not know I had a bachelor's. They hired me, and it's like, hey, you know how to do this stuff. Cool. Okay, you're doing this. You're doing a good job. Here's your review. Congratulations. You did a great job. Here's your raise. And then I went and said, you know, I want to go back and get a bachelor's. Let me talk to my boss. Right? I'm sorry, I'm missing all these things. I hope UNA goes really, really well for you. Yeah, for Markham. Not heavy whipping cream, all fat. Yeah, but it will go through you if you. Oh yes, I'm sure it will. So, lol. I wish I could go back to university without having to work too. Yay, capitalism. Well, if you work for the college, there's ways to do it, but you're definitely not going to get your income as an engineer for sure. You know, and yeah, I'm glad he's in a position to do that, and he's relatively young too. I think he's pretty young, so that's good too. I bet I can throw a football over them mountains over there. And then he goes, watch this. And he takes the stake and hits. He throws it like this. He's like. And then the stake hits the side of Napoleon's face and the glasses come off. Dude, I laugh for hours. I still laugh when I watch that shit. Damn, that movie's wonderful. Some people are like, the movie was stupid, but I saw it again and it grew on me. No, I was dying the first damn time I saw that movie. I'm like, this is my movie. This is my movie. This is my movie. How you can go straight to a master's? Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. You're not outstanding. You're welcome. You're always welcome here, my friend. You don't need to leave. But yeah, I understand you got a job. It's I'm sorry if I missed some stuff you wrote. I wish I could go back to university without having to yay capitalism. Yeah. The way I think about it is I can learn anything myself that, you know, there's some things I don't like about university. I guess it depends on the professor. Some really love their jobs and they're really involved with students. Others are just there to write research papers and make lots of money. One thing I liked about community colleges is all of the professors there, most of them had master's degrees, but they loved teaching. They were there because they liked interacting with the students and they loved teaching. The best professors I ever had were in community colleges because they aren't there to write a bunch of research papers. They're there to teach. Then they can write research papers if they want to, but there's no like, you have to write so many research papers per year, like at a university. Yeah, some of the best professors I have were community college professors. And I'm not saying that some university professors are amazing too, but yeah. I think at this point in my life, it'd be a lot of expense. Potentially it could help, maybe. If I was going to go back to school, though, it wouldn't be for engineering. It would be for like 3D art and animation. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Yes, that's so true. So true, Alto Eager. Universities won't keep professors that aren't bringing in the money to the school. Yep, there you go. Whereas at a community college, they're hired to teach the students. I had my worst professor at a community college too. The absolute worst professor I ever had was at a community college. Second worst was at a San Diego State University. I had a great professor of astronomy at university. He was cool. He was a badass. But almost every professor I had for computer science programming at the community college I graduated from was spot on. They were. I loved them. They were awesome. You could go to them. You could talk to them. They just wanted to teach. Well, I better save this shit. Blender has, remember that crash algorithm they have built into Blender? Yeah, I remember that. So, Tina, eat your food. Oh, Kitty's eating the foods. That movie. Oh, eat your food. Eat your food, Tina. And then he throws it onto the ground. He like slings it on the ground and like, I'm sure the emu was cussing him out too. There's always that. You know. Stay at home and eat all the freaking chips, Kip. No, Napoleon.
Don't be jealous, because Napoleon, don't be jealous because I'm at home talking to babes all day.
Online talking to babes all day. He did too. He got a babe at the end, didn't he? LaFonda. He found a very attractive woman and ran off with her. LaFonda was cool. Go there. Go. So, yeah, that's true. He is Australian, yeah. So is a fire pigeon. She's just, she's so sharp. Fire pigeon is just so freaking smart. The speed at which she picks up on like 3D stuff is just phenomenal, you know? What she can do is phenomenal. Unis won't keep professors that aren't bringing. That's so true, especially private. Yes. Oh yeah, they're the worst, right? Yeah. Went to Ivy Tech first 3 months, hated it. Yeah. Ivy Tech. What is Ivy Tech? An Ivy technical school like MIT? 3 months. Why don't you go and make yourself a gosh dang quesadilla? Knock it off, Napoleon. Make yourself a gosh dang quesadilla. She broke her coccyx. I know she gets to the dunes.
There's a lot you don't know about your aunt.
And then when he throws the what is it? The the grapefruit at his window. I rewind that. I bought that. I have that on Amazon Prime. I bought that. One of the few movies I buy. You know, that shit is good. Oh, it's a community college. Oh, okay. Yeah, I went to a community college called Pellissippi State Technical Community College. It's now just Pellissippi State Community College. I liked it. I had a lot of good professors there. You did a practical application as your last class. You did a practical application for an actual company that could use that. So I was a tutor for a organization there on campus, and we made a program for them. Basically a database system that was part program too. So yeah, I mean, that associate's degree was top notch. Oops. Make that black. There we go. Yeah. See, I'm portraying myself in this movie. Okay, yeah, there you go. So basically it's going to be like that. We got to get his fixed so the depth of field is right on him. And how we're going to do that is I may have a null here already. Let me see. Do I have the null here? Let's go ahead and save this while we're at it. And camera end scene path, that's fine. Animation's fine. I don't have setup. Oh, okay. So I've got that. Let me get out of edit mode. And let's bring in our empty. So let's put right here. We're going to put that there. Okay. And we're going to bring in a empty. And we're going to make it a sphere. Okay. All right. I did go to a private school for my last 2 years. No way I could afford it these days. Yeah. I'd imagine, yeah. Even regular universities are outrageous these days, you know? Did a Sunny school my first 2 years. What is a Sunny school? Sunday school? By the way, how am I listed in the credits? I haven't done your credits yet, but I was just going to basically put your name like this. As I'm going to put... that's a good question. Kaz, how do you want your name to appear? Alto Eager, Kaz, I'll do whatever you want to do. So what's one of the things I have to ask, and I was going to ask you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you reminded me of it, but I wanted to get how you wanted your name to appear in the credits. Now, there won't be a character with you because there won't be like a physical avatar in the show because you are the voice that your voice is just a voice that comes over radio. But I will have credits in there, so. State University of New York. Oh, okay. All right. Now, I did go to San Diego State for a little while when I lived there. I went for mechanical engineering. I didn't like it, so dropped out. That was back in the early 1990s. So what I'm going to do is basically take that. We're going to take this, get out of here. Okay, go back over here. Grab the empty. Well, that's cool, though. He's still doing a ton of work. I mean, Markham is doing a ton of work. Like a ton of work. Because, you know, master's degrees are no joke. And also, he's doing a bunch of 3D content. So, and he's got a family. So he has to spend time with his kids and his wife and his loved ones. Which, you know, that's time you have to spend, right? Good time, but time. Casington, so you want Casington just like as disembodied voice. Yes, that's what I'll say. Kaz or Casington. Okay, well, I'll make sure that I do that. That's how I was going to do it, but, you know, hey, I want to make sure that you guys are happy with the way your name appears. Let me get that in a notepad. Right there, and just set it right there. No, that's not what I want. Oh, Kaz or Casington. Why didn't I copy that? Copy. No, leave that there. There we go. I want my avatar to be blue, just like the movie. Blue the movie? Oh, if you were at University of Connecticut, you would have become a psych major. That's what all the mechanical dropouts. Oh, really? That's crazy. That's funny. Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted. Okay. So that's there. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to take that empty, put it under here. Okay. That's the tracking, which is fine. But we want, how did I name that in other ones? Let me open another project here. I want to see animation here. We'll go end to projects. Let's open this one. Oh, not scenes, 2 projects. Oh, man. Okay, so there. My end scenes here. This is one of my opening scenes. That's funny, though. I think learning psychology and is a bonus for everyone. Not becoming like getting a degree, but just understanding how your mind works some. So you can understand, I'm feeling this anxiety. Oh yeah, because that's how my brain is wired to work. So if you know that, you can like engage your logical brain when you're part of your emotional animalistic instinctual brain is engaged, and realize that I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing this. And I think it like learning some psychology can help you to increase your mental strength and fortitude by knowing how your mind works, you know, to some degree. Tracking. Oh, okay, hold on. I need, let's go to, I need scene 3, scene 4. Go. I was never a good student. Too much undiagnosed ADHD at the time. Luckily, I've been able to learn self-taught technical skills, and I have with computers and editing. And I understand, and I feel you on that one, Melted Jedi, because I believe that I have a form of adult ADD. I had it when I was a kid. I was on Ritalin, and I'm able to kind of work through it with constant, and I have OCD. And it's hard to fight against that, especially when your mind is kind of wired for that. But I've been able to fight against it, and it's not easy. It's very, very hard. So I feel you on that. You know, I 100% feel you on that. A little bit of, I have maybe a little bit of imposter syndrome, if you know what that is. I get like that sometimes. I have to fight myself and realize, okay, this is what's happening to me, and this is why I feel this way, so that I can at least recognize and know this is why I'm doing or thinking what I'm thinking. So in scene 1, we're going to go tracking, and then go to path. No, this is depth of field. So we're going to make this one depth of field. Field. Man, I need some coffee. I don't care what anybody says. I need some. Depth of field. All right. And so that one is, yeah, that is our depth of field right there. Wait a minute. I thought I had it up here. Oh. Shit. No. That's right. That's right. Okay. That's right. So depth of field is right there. So we're going to focus on that one. And then what we're going to do is come down to the camera. And then we're going to say depth of field. Focus object is going to be depth of field right there. Oh, wait a minute. Shit. Sorry. Yeah, that's test camera. We don't need that one. Damn, I'm okay. I'm all over the place. Hold on. There we go. All right, now depth of field, and then what we're going to do is, wait a minute. I've already got depth of field on. Why does it look so bad? I had depth of field on his eyes. Okay, and eye target on the rig. Huh? Okay. Let me render this then. I may have to close this because sometimes that doesn't, I might run out of RAM or VRAM. File, save. Okay, so let's do render image. I ran out of VRAM. I need to have my monitoring stuff up. Sorry about this. Okay. I was never a good student. Okay, yeah, I did read that. Not convinced modern science has cracked how my brain works yet. So, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Lost Tales. I'm just trying to see if I can render this without like running out of. If this doesn't work, I can, without shutting it down, I can switch from optics to CUDA. Because CUDA can also use system RAM too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my monitor. And thank you for the kind words, Lost Tales. I really appreciate that. Like I said, if you'd like to come in and a voice sometime, add your voice to the show. You know, we talked about that. You're more than welcome to. When I get some extras, characters, and stuff like that, you were talking about being interested in that. So, no, I don't want GPU-Z. I want just core temp. What am I using? Am I using CUDA right now? Yeah. I like to monitor temperatures and the GPU, use of RAM, and all that kind of stuff. So sensors. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Well, that's not as bad as I thought. He's going to need to look at the camera. But yeah, so that's going to be animated as it swings around. Oh, okay. Well, quite a bit. Sure, I can always use sounds. Yeah. Are they ones you created? Or, but thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. And thank you again, all, for being here. Brightens my day to have people here to talk to. It looks kind of blurry, though. I wonder if I should make... He looks a bit blurry. I'm using the eye target of the rig as the... he's going to turn more and kind of wave at the camera or do like that. Especially while you're not monetized, because I would definitely end that. Yes. Yes. So I need to get that'd be good. Yeah, that just seems a little bit blurry. So maybe what the hell happened there? Damn, okay. So what I want to do maybe is not use that bone for the focus for the depth of field. I want to go to the camera right here and then say, let's get rid of that and then add in the depth of field empty and see what that looks like. Let's do another one here. I like to save multiple versions. I often need it on my hard drive. I just need to delete them in case I have to go back for anything, you know? I gotta go get some housework done. Have a good day, everyone. 3D modeling is looking good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And these are other people's models. I am using them, but I am getting them animated and stuff and putting them in the scene. So thank you so much, my friend. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And you know, if you did want to talk, the Melted Jedi, hey, I'm available to talk anytime. Well, yeah. When we'll set up a time. But hey, I hope you have a great rest of your week. Pet the kitties for me. Give the kitties. You know, I love me some kitties, right? But I hope you have a great rest of your Friday. Sliding on in to an awesome weekend. And that goes for all of you. Let me give you a woo. Woo! Beautiful. Absolutely, my friend, right? So let's see how this looks. That might give us a better depth of field because now we have a different target we're focusing on, you know? I could focus on the text too, but I kind of want to put it in between there. So maybe I get good focus on everything in the scene, right? And my, I think I'm going to have to look at this and hold on just a second. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. I'll be right back. do that. Okay, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Demonetizing comments. But thank you guys for being here today. Sorry, I just had to check on something, but we're back, right? So it's gonna be up to 250 frames right there. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to check, let's close this one because we've already got that one. I wanted to see how this looks now that we've, there we go. Beautiful. How is he like, if like with, you may not know, but Markham, how does he doing like full-time? Is he working at the college, or does he have a some type of, well, I guess in Australia, I don't know if education's free or not. Does he do something like make money off of his 3D art and animation, or is he paid to go to school? You may not. I'm just curious how it works over there, if you knew. So I'm going to save that. That's already saved, and then just go. I want to see what it looks like in render image. I want to make sure the character's in focus and the text is in focus too, right? So we're going to render image. I'm going to work on his animation a little bit. This is just kind of getting him set up and tested. Wow, that is cool. So he does have a job that he does. I remember, I think before he went back to university, he was talking, I don't know what he does professionally. He just always struck me as someone who's an engineer or someone who's in his technical field. You know? Like, I think I'd imagine that he's doing some kind of job that's technical or, engineering related. But I don't know, you know? That's really cool that they're getting, because it's an advantage to them too, you know? It's a benefit to them. They're going to hopefully benefit from it after he's done, right? Yeah, that looks better. And then I can kind of play around with it anyway. I can kind of play around with depth of field, you know? I can reduce how extreme it is like that at the fall off, I guess it was what you would call it. But that's not bad. That's looking pretty good. And we can also play around with like selecting that, actually coming to the camera like this and changing this. I think if you increase the number, it makes it less extreme. The fall off is less extreme. So let's do that. Render image. He was a he was a tuner and a fitter, fabricator. Oh, okay, before his 3D life. I think he may be working with or near NVIDIA. Yeah, I know he does I know he does a lot of stuff with NVIDIA. Because I've seen him on like in streams on the NVIDIA channel, if I'm not mistaken. So I know he's kind of closely related with them. And then he was talking about in one of his last streams that I was watching, he was talking about doing some voice work for a project too. What is that? A tuner and fitter? Fabricator? Oh, that's what he said, tuner and fitter. I think of tuner and fitter, I think of Mad Max and like he's tinkering with cars out in the wasteland, getting them souped up. That's what I get in my head when you say that. Working for Auntie Entity or Lord Humongous. Yeah, see, that improves it a little bit there. I like that. Looks good. It's getting there, right? I may go with that lighting. That may be good enough for what I'm doing. So, hey, Lost Tales. I don't know if you're still here, my friend. Tuner and fitter. Oh, Turner and fitter. I thought tuner. Okay, like lathes. Okay, all right. Well, cool. That's a big switch, you know, from doing that to doing like, wow, that's a jump to getting a master's in applied cybernetics, you know. So definitely a career shift. I thought he'd be going back because he loves 3D art and animation so much. I thought he would become like an animator professionally or something like that. But that's cool. Somebody asked him, I remember one time on a stream, someone asked him, are you it's like, do you do this professionally? And he goes, no, it's just a hobby. He really likes 3D art and animation, but he okay, yeah, that's old. He's like, nah, he couldn't do it professionally. He wouldn't want to do it professionally, and I can understand that, right? Why did I call you Lost Tales? Why did I ask you? I forgot why I asked you now. What was I wanting Lost Tales for? Maybe it's just because I miss you. I wanted you to be here with me. There was a reason I called you out. I don't remember. But that looks pretty good. Yeah. And then what we could do is add some. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Lost Tales. I found a there's a channel. I don't know if you're familiar with him, called Ryan King Art. And he does lots of he's growing really fast. He does lots of Blender tutorials. And Fire Pigeon said that Markham would be mad at me if he found out that I was actually subscribing to. I'm a Patreon member of Ryan King Art. I got in early, so when I got in, he had $1 Patreon subscription. So now I get all of his like procedural materials and stuff like that as being a Patreon. I don't think he has that level anymore. And I was going to do that with Markham too, but his Patreon level was higher. It was like, it's $5.99 for like the entry to join and become a channel subscriber or a member of Markham's channel. And I think his Patreon starts at $5.99. But now that I have a job, I might just go ahead and subscribe or Patreonize Markham. So yeah. The reason I was talking about that, Lost Tales, is because he has procedural materials, and he just recently, because you were saying, are you going to put any clouds in the sky? And originally I was saying no, but he just recently released a tutorial on procedural clouds. And so I can get the files for procedural clouds, bring them in here, and I can add procedural clouds into the scene pretty easily. So now that you mention that, I might just do that. And I think they're volumetric too. Now that may kill my GPU, I don't know. I can optimize it the best. I can optimize it though, so hopefully it doesn't have a huge impact on that. But yeah, procedural materials. So I might have some procedural clouds. Now, Fire Pigeon gave me some procedural clouds. I had some issues with setting things up with those. I think it may be the way I'm using them. She gave me some other clouds to use as well, but I'm going to try Ryan King Art's procedural clouds. So yeah, and yeah, now that I'm working, I'm gonna help support some of my favorite YouTubers like Markham, and I'll have to ask Markham what's the best to do: become a channel member or Patreon, you know, because he gives away, he models a lot of amazing starships, and he's into sci-fi, and I'm into sci-fi too, and he's making a sci-fi web series. So I think what I'm going to do is ask him if I could use some of his assets in my MRU Chronicles, because he has some really nice looking assets. Man, that sounded a little, what is it? Not safe for work there. Woo! His assets are really nice. His assets are really cherry. It's pretty dope. It's going to be super dope. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I just try to do the best I can, right? And I really, really need to get back to the MRU Chronicles. The level of animation I want to do is going to be extremely difficult for one person to do. But I'm going to do my best. I'd love to find other people who might be interested in, like, fascinated. And I have found people who are really fascinated with my MRU Chronicles. Sure, I can link his channel here, Markham 3D. Or are you talking about Ryan King Art? Ryan King, let's see here. YouTube, Markham's, yeah, I can link both of them. Let's see here. Yeah, I can link both of them. Let's go. Ryan King Art is really good. he does a little bit of everything. Lots of procedural materials, which I really love. Ryan King Art is right there. I'll put it in the 3D channel of the Discord if you want to do that. So let's go to my... And if you're interested in the 3D, let's do that. And we'll also do Ryan King Art. We'll do Markham 3D. Markham 3D. Yeah, getting a master's while working a full-time job. Oof. Although he does 3D art and animation. That's Markham. Let's see here. There. Yeah, I really like Markham personally. Well, for his artwork and stuff like that, but personally as a person, I like Markham. And there is Markham 3D. They're all Blender. They don't use like Unreal or anything like that. They're all Blender-based users. So, yeah. So they're all Blender users. And they do a lot of stuff with Blender. So, yeah. So you check it out. Absolutely, my friend. So yeah, and I've been talking to my friend. So we've got, that was the big thing to get the text. Okay, so now we have the mesh text looking good. Looks like we've got good depth of field on the characters there too. So that looks pretty awesome. I may actually have to go here. I'm gonna have to get something to eat. I'm starving. But yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna work on his animation some more too. Well, Markham has a he's got a motion capture suit that he uses for his shows and things like that. That's what I'd eventually like to get. You know, I've got the green screen and everything like that, so I'd love to get a motion capture suit and then do motion capture for my shows. He's like that's what he mostly uses because it's like animation does take a long time to do, and you know. He's like, it could take 30 hours to do 10 seconds of a face animation or something like that. It looks really super realistic. But if he can get there in 30 minutes, he can get 80% of that level, then I can understand that, you know, especially if it's just one person doing it. So yeah, I get what he's saying. Beautiful. Okay. Well, I may go ahead and call it there, but thank you all for coming in and hanging out with me today. It's been awesome. And I am going to continue to work on the tutorial today and this weekend. It's going to be a very ambitious tutorial and put my chapter markers, thumbnails in there, and I will upload it. Hoping it does really well for the channel, and soon I will get up to the 1,000 subscribers and the 3,000 watch hours I need for... I think the tutorial will help go a long way towards that because a lot of people have been asking about it. But yeah, hopefully before the end of the year, that I'll be able to reach the 1,000 subscribers and the 3,000 watch hours, and I can apply for the YouTube Partner Program. Right, I'm almost to the point right now where I can do the. It's 4,000, isn't it? 4,000, 3,000 if you're going to get super stickers and super chats and donations through YouTube, I think. And then, but to make money off of advertisements, you need to become, I guess, like a full partner, you know, and you get all of that, and you get money from advertisements too. So yeah. There's some videos that definitely I think would have been brought in good money if I had been partnered. So, but we'll see, right? I'm glad people found everything I've done useful and good, and moving on. We're up over 750 subscribers now. So man, woo, moving on up. I just need to get tutorials out there. I think I can do it. So, but thank you so much, Lost Tales, Alto Eager Kaz coming by today. She may already be gone. Everyone who come by today just made my day, bright my day, getting a chance to talk to you and hang out. So you all, Lost Tales and the rest of you, I'm sure I'll see you around. I need to get in Jeremy's stream and say hello. I've been promising to do that forever. Maybe super chat just to say hello and introduce myself to the gang. Not that they would know who I am, but I like the stuff they do, especially young Ripa, because he's doing something. You know, he's actually creating something pretty amazing. And get ISOM #1. and maybe number 2. I think, well, you Lost Tales was too. So, but hey, Cass, thank you so much for coming in today. I love you to death. Thank you so very much for that resume. Because I have no doubt in my mind that actually significantly helped. That significantly helped in this job I'm getting. So I'm gonna come up there and visit you. We're gonna go get some freaking lobster because I haven't had any in a long ass time. So, but thank you all for coming today. I appreciate that. And, we're going to continue on. I'll do more streams. Like I said, I'm going to get that tutorial out there. Love you, sister, brother. Also Lost Tales, But yeah, we're going to get that out there. And I think that will do very well for the channel. I think a lot of people are very interested. My best few videos are the rigging videos. Like, how do I get this thing into Daz Studio and how do I rig it in a Blender? And this is going to go through step by step, from installing everything you need, step-by-step procedures, getting the character rigged, body rig, face rig, all of that stuff. All of it's filmed. I just need to edit it all together, which does take significant amounts of time. Sometimes more time editing and getting the chapter markers where you want than actually filming it, and getting it edited good. Everyone, please have an awesome rest of your Friday. And I'm telling you, an amazing weekend. Love you all, and hope to see you soon. That tutorial will be out in the next few days. I promise. I'm going to get it. I have to get it done before I start my new job because I don't want that to be hanging over my head while I start my job, Looking forward to that. Definitely be using that. And, if you have any questions about it, of course, we're good friends, Alto Eager, so I'm always, I'm all ears, right? I'm all ears. Have a great weekend, everyone. Woo! So much Daz content to use, yes. And when you can get to the point where you can bring it into Blender, you can get some amazing assets to come in here and do stuff with. Especially when you can merge it with other things that are not Daz in Blender, right? That's what Blender's about. That's why it's called Blender. Woo! See you later, my friends. Take care and have an absolutely fantastic weekend. Woo! See you later, everyone.